Hey, so let me ask you something real quick. Have you ever felt like you are stuck, like you are not progressing, like there's almost a barrier that is not allowing you to get to your goals, to your life goals? I guess we have all been there. I've been there myself on so many different times. But what if I tell you that it's not necessarily talent or luck that will get you to those goals that you have, but it's actually something different, and that's perseverance. So what is perseverance? Let me begin with that. The perseverance is, pushing through, continuing, not giving up despite all the difficulties. And in today's world, and I guess this has been forever, there are so many different problems, so many difficulties, so many circumstances that are in your way that it is so easy to suddenly quit. Like, I'm gonna stop going after my goals. This is too difficult, it's too complicated. There are a lot of things that I need to learn, so many problems that I need to deal with, people that I need to deal with. And it is so easy to simply just quit. And you know, the sad thing, or not the sad thing, but the hardest part of not having perseverance is that it's all an internal thing, that it's in your head, it's in your mind. If you think about it, and that's why it's so difficult to overcome that temptation to quit, like not to persevere. And it's an internal battle because it's not people, it's not society, it's not your friends, your family, your boss. Nobody else is keeping you from persevering. It's all in your head, and it's that ugly negative voice that we all have in our brains, in our minds, telling you you are just wasting your life. You are not good enough. There's so many things that you need to do if you want to accomplish that goal. That internal voice, very negative voice, is always there. You cannot easily turn it off. I wish I could. If you know how to do it, please tell me, because I cannot do it. And that's what's exactly difficult, to overcome. And that's one of the main hurdles that I personally have when I want to persevere on something and I find it difficult to do it. It's that internal battle, right? So what I want to tell you is, I don't want to sound too negative in this video, because I usually can be a little bit negative in my thoughts, and I don't want to be like that. But I want to tell you some tips, or perhaps some things that I have done that I feel have helped me to persevere a little bit more in my life. One of those things is having a clear vision of where you want to go, what those goals are. How do you see yourself in the future if you persevere? Because it is so easy to focus on what could go wrong, that's just another reason for that internal voice to tell you, just stop, just quit, stop doing it. But if you have that clear vision, and you constantly go back to that place, that where you can easily see yourself in the future reaching those goals, that really helps you, because you keep the focus where it needs to be. Another thing is setting smaller goals. Sometimes the disappointment or lack of commitment can come from setting these huge life-changing goals for your life, and and it takes such a long time, such a vast amount of effort for you to get there, that you feel like you're progressing very slowly. And that's when the voice tells you you're wasting your time, do something else. So setting smaller, like tiny goals, will really help you. I feel like if I can see myself making this small progress, or taking these small steps, I find it easier to stick with the roadmap that I have set for myself. So that's another thing, small goals. Another thing that I feel is very helpful is to celebrate the small wins. Again, set up these small goals, and whenever you reach one of those small goals, just celebrate it. Tell yourself, I did it. I did it. Now let's take the next step. And then we're going to take the next step. But if you don't take time, and you don't allow yourself that time to reflect on the good things that you have already done, and how that it's helping you move forward, yeah, it could be slower than you were expecting, but you're still moving forward. Take that time to tell yourself, to pat yourself on the back a little bit, and say, damn right, I did it. I did it. Now, another thing that I want to mention is that, and this is from my experience, I know it is hard to know if you should persevere or not. That's one of the main tricks, or one of the main things to solve for in this equation, right? Because you can tell yourself, maybe I'm, maybe it's not just the voice inside my head. Maybe I am really wasting my life. Maybe I am really wasting all this effort pursuing a goal that is perhaps not what I really want. And that's true. It could happen. I know for sure that it could happen, that you're putting all this effort only to realize that, well, this is not what I really wanted. Am I persevering to accomplish the right thing or not? I think that's perhaps a topic for a different video. I know. But regardless of that, and you definitely need to take some time to meditate and kind of think it through to know exactly what you want in your life. But regardless of what you want in your life, regardless of what goal you want to accomplish, regardless of where you want to go, perseverance is always gonna be key. Once you figure it out exactly, that's what I want to do, perseverance just has to be a part of the equation. I also want to share with you, because I told you already, I can be very negative. I can be very negative. And I'm usually I have the type of personality that will say that that whole perseverance thing is just bullshit. It's not, it's not true. I mean, you have to be lucky. You have to know people to accomplish your goals. It's so BS that I usually think like that as well. But from my experience, let me tell you, I have two examples for you. One of those examples is this YouTube channel. I started it a few years ago. Some of you may have watched some of those old videos, and I quit. I didn't persevere. I just quit. That negative voice was telling me, Ed, what are you doing? Your videos are so cringy. You are so cringy, the way you speak, what you say. That negative voice took over, and it was stronger than the positive voice inside my brain, inside my head. So I quit. I stopped posting videos. I stopped recording videos, and it was a nice comfort zone, honestly. Not putting myself out there, not exposing myself, or you know, knowing that some negative opinions will come from people watching my videos, or what people will say. So it was a lack of perseverance. So I just stopped. And nowadays, now that I'm trying to come back on YouTube, as you are, as I'm doing right now, I tell myself, you know, why did I quit those few years ago? Why did I quit? I knew this is something that I wanted to do. I knew this would help me grow as a person and help me in so many ways, but I just quit. And you know what's even sadder, or more sad, sadder, or depressing? Let's go with that, an easier choice of words. Is that I see people that started after, way after I started my YouTube channel those years ago, and they are already killing it. They have so many people following them. They have so many, you know, they are, some of them are even making a living from YouTube, which is a nice goal to have. That's not exactly my goal for the channel, but I can see how they persevere. That word is so difficult to pronounce, and I'm not a native English speaker, so you have to bear with me. They persevered, and now they are thriving. I didn't persevere, and here I am with just a few followers trying to grow my channel. So that's a real life experience of an occasion where I didn't persevere, and these are the results. Now, on the other hand, here's a story for you. Some of you know that about a year ago I had a surgery. It was I'm not gonna say a difficult surgery, but the recovery and pain, the pain that I endured for so many, not weeks, months, is something else. One of these days you're gonna hear about my story about what happened. But I was in so much pain. And one thing that I always wanted in my life was to make fitness or having a healthy lifestyle a part of my life. But when the surgery came, I just stopped working out because I couldn't do it. It was too painful. Uh, the motivation went down, and it I stopped going to the gym. I gained some weight. I started to lose the strength that I know I had. And for a moment, I thought, well, all those years of effort are going down the drain now because I'm not going back to working out. I'm not going back to that healthy lifestyle that I wanted for myself. That was the reality at that moment, and I embraced it. I was like, well, that's it. But I decided to persevere with my body and persevere with my health and with my fitness, little by little, and I mean little by little, because the pain. When I went back to the gym, I was still in a lot of pain. Every now and then, I'm still in some pain. But I said, no, I'm gonna push through, and I want to be committed to this. I want to be committed to my body. So I went to the gym. Slowly I started lifting weights again, walking a little bit more, eating healthier. I wish I could eat more healthy. I know that's I still need to persevere on that. But I took these small steps, and along the way I was starting to see changes, and my motivation started to go up. And that's where I started to, celebrate those small wins, even if it's just going to the gym one day. That is a small win that I needed to celebrate. So through this process of going back to the gym and celebrating the small wins and setting smaller goals, I I can tell you. Let me jump to today. I feel like I am in my best shape that I have been in a very long time. Even better than what I used to be before the surgery. I feel it in my muscles, in my body, in how I look, how my outfits look. Because this channel is also about men's style and improving as a man, but it's also a lot about men's style. Um, Even if you cannot tell by today's outfit. I'm coming back from the gym, actually. Honestly, coming back from the gym, you can tell. Uh, Bad hair, sweaty mess. But I was actually inspired to record this video coming back from the gym, and I didn't want to wait to take a shower and put on a suit. And I just wanted to be very honest and transparent in this video. So coming back from the gym, this is what I look like. So what was I saying? Oh, I can tell in how my outfits look, how the suits fit better, the shirts fit better. And what was the key? Well, it's very simple. I persevered. I just knew what my goal was, and I pushed through, and up until today, I'm feeling the best that I have ever felt in such a long time. That is my other example of a positive example of persevering and the results that it can bring to your life. As I told you, in some other areas of my life, I have not persevered, and I can see why I have failed. So it wasn't luck, it wasn't talent, it was just really committing to what I wanted, or not committing to what I wanted, depending on what example you want to talk about. So just to finish it off, I guess to answer the main question of this video, why is it important? Why it is really crucial in your life to persevere is that your life goals depend on it. Honestly, your life goals depend on how much you persevere. So if you're feeling stuck and you're feeling demotivated and like you are not you are not seeing that progress. I just share with you a few tips. I hope you can put them into practice. I hope they can help you reach your goals, that they can ignite some motivation to go after those goals. Just put it into practice and go for it. Persevere. And I think that's exactly why perseverance is really important in life. Now, before I let you go, I just want to ask you for this video, why don't you give me an example of a situation, of a personal goal that you had, that you persevered and you accomplished it, and tell me how you did it. Or you can tell me a negative story. That's okay. Of a goal that you had that you never accomplished because you didn't persevere. I really want to know from everybody, because we all have stories that we can share with each other and kind of try to lift each other up. So that's your assignment for today. Next time, I promise I'm going to be dressed up. I promise. But today it was casual. It was coming back from the gym. And I'm going to start rambling now as I usually do. And I don't want to do that. So if you enjoy this video, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Let's make a deal. Why don't we make a deal? If you took something out of this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe it, share it if you feel like somebody could get something good out of it. But if it didn't, if it was a complete waste of your time, just click away, go to the next video, and maybe I'll see you soon. I don't know. Anyway, regardless of your decision, thank you for watching. Persevere. Keep it up. See ya.